Oh, hello. Now, you might be wondering why I'm going through my homework so fast. Well, it's because I have to go to my friend's house today. You see, my friend, she told me to come to her house and have a play date, so we're going to play. But guess what? Guess what my mother said? She said that I have to finish my homework before I go to my friend's house. So I have to do it now. Otherwise I won't get to go to my friend's house. Unfair. Well, we better do it fast. So we'll go now. Okay. Question number 1. Which electrifying metal is used in an octopus's blood? So here, electrifying metal must mean like metals that conduct electricity, like metals that allow electricity to pass through them in octopus blood. So there's option A, iron, B, tin, C, copper, and D, silver. Well, I don't know the answer to this one. It's very hard. But let me see. Octopus blood. I don't think it's silver because silver, I don't think it's used for bodies, and I think they use it to make jewelry. So no, not silver. Tin. I also don't think it's tin because it's also used for different things. So it has to be either iron or copper, and I think it is iron because copper is used to make jewelry and stuff like that, right? So let's see whether my answer was correct. My answer is C, copper.
The answer is
Copper. Oh wait! No, my answer is correct. I said C, copper, and it is copper. The answer is copper. I'm sorry, I got it wrong at first. Because which electrifying metal is used in octopus blood? So I said copper, and it is correct because octopus blood uses copper instead of iron to carry oxygen. Because you see, in our body we use iron, the metal called iron, to carry oxygen, but in octopus, like in the blood of the octopus, they use copper. That's because copper stores oxygen better when it's in cold and high pressure areas. So humans like us, we use iron because when we don't stay in very high pressure areas or very cold areas. But octopuses, they live in the sea, so they stay deep down in the sea, so that's high pressured and cold. It's cold in the sea. So yeah, they use copper because copper works better when it's in high pressure. So yes, that answer was correct. Very happy. I'm going to move on to the next question. Squirrels would make great party guests since they won't do this when they've had too much to eat or drink. What is it? You know who else is going to have too much to eat and drink? Me. At my friend's place. Do you remember that I told you I'm going to go to my friend's place? Well, we are going to have a lot to eat and drink. I wish I could go there now, but I have homework. Alright, so it says, what does squirrels not do when they've had too much to eat or drink? Hibernate, make noises, or vomit. So, when I have too much to eat and drink, I do vomit sometimes, everybody vomits, and makes noises, yeah, I guess, hibernate. So, animals like, bears and some birds, I think, they hibernate, which means sometimes in the winter it's really cold for them and like they can't stay in the winter. So what they do is they make like a cozy nest and they eat a lot of food and they sleep the whole winter. So they survive in the winter with the food they ate and then they wake up in the spring. So that's hibernating. I don't think squirrels hibernate. I think squirrels hibernate. Sorry. Squirrels do hibernate, I think. Make noises. So I'm not sure. It could be either make noises and vomit. But everybody vomits, so I don't think it's vomit. I think it's make noises. When they've had too much to eat and drink, I think squirrels make noises. So yeah, my answer is B, make noises. Let's see if it's correct.
The answer is
Vomit. My answer was wrong. It's wrong. It was C, vomit. And I thought everybody vomits, including squirrels. But no, I was wrong. It's sad. So it says, my teacher has said that squirrels are not designed to vomit. Like they're not anatomically designed to vomit, so they can't vomit. They've evolved in a different way, including knowing that eating clay can reduce food poisoning. So squirrels, okay, imagine us. We have if we want to know something, we can search it from the internet and ask our parents, and our grandparents could tell us or anything. But squirrels can't talk, and I don't think they have the internet. So how, they know that when they eat clay, that you can reduce food poisoning. So they're designed in that way. So when they're born, they know that. So just like that, when they're born, they can't vomit. Their body is not suitable, I think, for them to be available to vomit, yes. So I didn't know that. It's an interesting fact. Let's move on to the next question. Why do owls turn their heads when they look around? So I've seen owls, and when they want to look around, they just go their head turns around, like a full circle. So they're asking why they turn their heads when we look around, because when the owls look around, because normally when we look around, we just move our eyeballs. We don't turn our head. We just move our eyeballs like this. See, look. When we want to see what's around us, we just move our eyeballs like this. But owls, when they want to see what's going on, they have to turn it like this. So they're asking why. So there are 4 answers. A, their eyeballs can't move for good hearing due to their widely set nostrils. They used their feathers to feel the air. Okay, so why do owls turn their heads when they look around? A, their eyeballs can't move. So I told you we look around by moving our eyeballs like this. Well, it's so it says it can't. Owls can't move their eyeballs. And B says for good hearing. But I don't see how that relates to looking around, because you look around with the eyes, not your ears. So I don't think that's the correct answer. Due to their widely set nostrils, that's C. Also, again, looking around doesn't have anything to do with smelling with your nose, so I also don't think that's correct. They use feathers to feel the air. Also, I don't think this is correct because they're talking about looking around and this is feeling the air. So I don't think that's the right answer. So that leaves me with option A, the eyeballs can't move. So yes, the eyeballs can't move. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is the correct answer. So we should hurry up and figure out the correct answer because I have to go to my friend's house.
The answer is
Their eyeballs can't move. My answer is correct. It is that their eyeballs can't move. So why do owls turn their heads when they look around? It's because their eyeballs can't move like we do. So it says that owls' eyes aren't really eyeballs like humans. So humans' eyeballs are like proper ball shaped like this, but owls' eyeballs are like more like a tube. So it looks like this. It's like a tube. So their eyes are made in a way that they become very good at seeing movement and changes in light. Because seeing movement is important because owls are nocturnal, so they only come out at night. So seeing movement at night is important because it's dark and you can't see a lot. So yeah, I think that's a good answer. Yes. Okay, we can... I just remembered about my friend's house. I don't know if I'm going to be late. I already did 3 questions. I'm going to go ask my mother whether I have to finish the other 3 questions because I was very good and I did all the 3 questions already. So I'm going to go ask my mother whether I can stop, go to my friend's house, and then when I come back, do the rest. So you just wait, I'll go and come back, okay? So I came back and I went back and I asked my mother whether I could stop because I already did 3 questions and I was late to go to my friend's house, which was very important, much more important than homework. So I asked my mother and guess what? She scolded. She was pretty angry. She said that I have already finished 3 questions, so I have to do the other 3 as well. And she said, it's only going to take me a little while. No, it's not. The questions are really, really hard. Right? They were hard. Yes, they were hard. But she says that I can't go to my friend's house unless I finish these. So we'll quickly finish. All right. How do flies avoid your SWAT attack? So yeah, even I've noticed this. You know, when like there are flies there, like when they land on places, and then when somebody goes to swat them, they just go away so quickly, and I don't know why. So how do flies avoid SWAT attack? Which means like when you do this, you can never catch a fly because they fly away so fast. They fly away even before it's like halfway there. So there are some answer options. Option A, they have a danger sense. So I think this answer is a good answer. And option B, everything is in slow motion. No, that's wrong. Because slow motion, it only happens in like movies and videos, and it doesn't happen in real life, obviously. Moving on, they can see movement well. This answer is also very good. The next answer, they can sense vibrations. I think this answer is correct because option C, it said they can see movement well. And sometimes, even when the flies are looking that way, they can they still fly away when we go to swat them. So I don't think it's because they can see very well. It's because they can either sense things, like a danger sense or a vibration sense. So I think vibration sense is they can sense vibrations is more valid, because a danger sense, that's a superpower and it's not very clear. So I think I'm going to go with they can sense vibrations. Option, what option? Option D. Let's see if that answer is correct.
The answer is
Everything is in slow motion. So my answer was wrong. It was option B. Everything is in slow motion. So why do flies avoid, how do they fly away so fast when you go and smack them? How do they avoid your SWAT attack? Well, it's because everything is in slow motion for them. And I didn't know that. I thought slow motion only happens in movies or videos or something. But no, slow motion actually happens in real life. Flies can actually see the world in slow motion. Slow motion is if you didn't know what slow motion is when you move really slow, slow, really slow. When you are running, you run like this, very slow. So, it is, studies show that smaller animals can see the world at a slower pace than larger ones. So ants have slow motion. They see the world slower than we humans see it. Some researchers say this also applies to some children and adults. So some children and adults see the world slower than we see it. So which is a very interesting fact. Moving on to the fifth question. We're almost done. We just have a little bit so we can do it. Okay. What seasonal thing can reptile parents... Oh, sorry. I can't even read. What seasonal thing can tell reptile parents if their hatchlings will be mostly boys or girls? Wow. So, reptile parents, reptiles as in frogs and snakes and cold-blooded animals like crocodiles. So those are reptiles. So a seasonal thing, something that happens seasonally, a seasonal thing that can tell reptile parents if they are children will be mostly boys or girls. Now we humans, our parents, they can't tell whether their children will be boys or girls, but reptile parents can. So what seasonal thing can tell them? So there's 4 options. Option A, water. Water. Option B, humidity. Option C, temperature. And option D, light. Okay, so water. I don't get it. Is water a seasonal thing? I don't think water is a seasonal thing, so I don't think that's the answer. B, humidity. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere. So that could be correct. Also, option C, there is temperature. And option D, there is light. Light also not a seasonal thing, right? A seasonal thing, I think, is something that changes from season to season, the 4 seasons, something that changes. So it's either, I think, temperature or humidity. So I'm gonna go with temperature because this is just a big wild guess, but I do think it is temperature. So let's see if my answer is correct.
The answer is
temperature. My answer was correct. See, I'm doing it really fast. So, What seasonal thing can tell reptile, which means cold-blooded animals like crocodiles, frogs, stuff, can tell reptile parents if their hatchlings will become mostly boys or girls. So we are human parents can't tell whether their child is going to be a boy or a girl because they can't tell. But for reptiles, it's actually because of the temperature. So some reptiles, they come out male or female based on the temperature inside of the egg. So it's not like this for humans. For humans, it depends on the genes of the parents, like the genes of our mother and father. But for reptiles, the gender, like whether it's boy or girl, can change based on the temperature inside their eggs when they are still growing inside. For example, American crocodiles turn out female if the temperature is not too hot or cold. So American crocodiles, their eggs, the crocodile in the eggs will become a girl if the temperature is like warm, so not too hot or cold, which is a very interesting fact. You can actually learn things from doing homework. It's true what my mother says. So we are almost done and I have enough time to go to my friend's house. So we only have one more question, so we'll finish it really fast. All right. Oh, number 6, we have match the name with the picture. Ooh, these are my favorite ones. All right. So there is the picture and there are 4 options. Washington Monument, Moai, Pentagon, Vesuvio. All right. So this is a hard one. It's very hard. I don't think it's Moai or Vesuvio because like they're Italian. This looks more like modern, so maybe like even American. And Washington is in America. Pentagon, I'm not sure where that is, but I think it's a modern building. So I'm gonna go with, I think, Washington Monument. Yes, option A, Washington Monument. I was thinking really hard and I think this is the answer because it's like this rock carving. So yes, I think that is correct. I think it is Washington Monument in Washington, D.C., America. So let's see if it's correct.
The answer is
Washington Monument. Okay, so my answer was correct. It was the Washington Monument. I think I did a really good job and I did it fast as well. So, and I have enough time to go to my friend's house. So, I found some information about the Washington Monument. So, the Washington Monument is an obelisk on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. So, obelisk is like a tall rock carving. It's in the National Mall in Washington, D.C. in America, the United States of America, USA. Built to commemorate George Washington, once Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army in the American Revolutionary War, and was the first president of the United States. So this is a bit confusing. So the Washington Monument was built to commemorate George Washington, who in the American Revolutionary War, it was a war that strengthened America, and it was a big war that was in America. So it was built to make us remember George Washington. So he was the first president of the United States, which is really important, and he was the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army in the American Revolutionary War. The monument is made of marble, granite and bluestone nice. It is both the world's tallest stone structure and the world's tallest obelisk. So it is, right from today, it is the world's tallest stone structure, so it's really tall, and obelisk. Obelisk means a rock carving. Standing 554 feet. Wow, that's very tall. All right, it's 554 feet high, which is really, really high. So, according to the National Park Service, it is the tallest monumental column in the world if all are measured above their pedestrian entrances. Overtaking the Cologne Cathedral, it was the tallest structure in the world between 1884 and 1889. So the Washington Monument was the tallest structure in the world between 1884 and 1889, and then they built the Eiffel Tower in 1889, so the Eiffel Tower overtook the Washington Monument. And now the tallest structure in the world, I think, is Burj Khalifa, which is a tall building that is in Dubai. Okay, we are officially finished with homework. We are done, and now I can go to my friend's house and we can have fun. We can watch movies, we can watch videos, we can play. She got a new dollhouse and I'm so excited about that. We can even play in that. So I better hurry without talking. Bye.